Hey, so I wanted to do a quick little video because I get this question a lot. It's in regards to cutting your t-shirts, and I'm by means no expert, but I get a lot of questions about how to cut your t-shirt, and I like to do them in a halter style fashion. So I'll show you how to do it. I've got a design that I did tonight on the shirt that I'm wearing under here. But I want to do it a little bit different from tonight's. So let me show you. I'm just going to turn my camera down to my t-shirt that I'm going to cut up. So the first thing that you're going to get started with is you need to make it a halter. So I'm going to do a straight line cut from the armpit up to where the seam of the neckline is. So it doesn't have to be super clean cuts because this style is all about just quick cutting, getting the look that you want, and you're going to be tying it up anyway. So, and I primarily use these for when I work out to make it obviously a little fresh and hit while I'm doing my turbo. I've also done this style in my PIO classes as well. So as you can see here, and I got to keep the shirt in facing me so I don't mess up. But as you can see here, and I've cut both of those off, which now leaves me with an open neckline. Now, I know a lot of people like to actually just have their shirts like that as well. But what I'm going to do is make it a halter style. So I'm going to cut the back of the shirt, leave the ring for the neckline coming around. So I'm just going to keep that ring attached and just detach the back of the shirt. So now here we go. So here is the ring. As you can still see, here is the tag of the shirt. All I'm going to do is cut the tags off, and then with this, right in the center, I'll just cut it right down the middle. And the reason is this is because I use these as my tie. So this is where I'm going to tie it behind my neck. So here we are with the shirt so far. And basically all we're going to do now is flip it over to the back, and I'll show you kind of the different variations of what you can do. So you see you've got a flap here, and this is of course because you detached the neckline. So all you want to do is level it to the point where the armpits are, or where you cut it off, and then cut across and cut that piece right off, because you don't need that piece. So just cut that guy. And, oh yikes. Hope these scissors last me, because what I'm going to do this time around, on the shirt that I'm wearing right now, I cut fat strips. And what I'm going to try and do is cut thinner strips down the middle. Okay, so as you can see here, this is your shirt now with just a pretty much, baggy style halter. So if you're doing it and you like to have a fitted shirt, what you want to do is, of course, now make the cut so that you can tie these together and make your back thinner. So what I have done in the past, just to make it quick and simple, is just did a straight line cut down the back here, and then just straight line crosses all the way across. And then from this point, you just take those and tie them all the way down. But what I'm going to do a little bit different here is I'm going to cut two straight line cuts right down here, and leave this open piece in the center, because what I'm going to do then is cut thin strips and tie those together, so I've got a little bit of a different look here. Now here is my suggestion for when you are cutting your strips here. Initially, when you first cut them, you're going to have to stretch out the t-shirt. And alright, so here we got my little, just cut the back right off. So let me line that guy back up again. So what you're going to do is, with these little thin strips here, I'm going to make these thinner than I did my tonight shirt, just because I want it to really stretch across in a different look. So I'm just going to cut right to the side seam here, and as I said, I'm really going thin, so I'm not too sure if I'm going to do both sides for you on this video, because it might take a long time to be able to do them. So I might just do this one side. But basically, what I'm getting at is when you do cut these strips, I suggest that you pull the fabric, so stretch it basically, because initially when you first wear it, and if you didn't pull it, then it would would stretch a lot, and you would have a really baggy shirt by the end of your workout. So, yikes. Okay. So yeah, I'm totally going to only be able to do one side. And then also my other tip is this, is that after you wear it a first or a couple times, don't cut off the excess fabric from your tie knots until you've kind of worn it a couple times and it's stretched. And the reason again is because it's going to keep loosening a little bit, and so you're going to want to cut that. Oops. Let's retie it again. Okay, so I got my mega shred. Oh my gosh, I got to try and match this up with the other side. So I've never done them with this many. So I hope it works out. Try to match this guy up. I'm going to go close to midline and try to replicate the same cut from the other side. Now this takes a lot of focus work, and making sure that you don't screw up and cut more tags than you need, right? So I'm only going to do this one side for the video because obviously you can, yikes, get the gist. Matchy matchy. There we go. Get the gist of what the look that you want for the both sides. So continue just cutting and matching. So what this is going to look like after you've done the other side, which I'll show you once I'm focused and I can talk. So I'm just trying to cut this perfectly. Is a centerpiece with the shreds cut on the side. So 1, 2, 3, 4. My phone's ringing. And it doesn't matter about your jagged edges because it's going to be taut and tied anyway, so you're not really going to see that. Okay, so I'm going to just show you. So basically, replicate again on this side, just cutting the same here, all the way down. You know, it's up to you if you want to match the amount that you've done. But now you've got kind of a center panel. But when you tie these together, it's going to kind of be like a zigzaggy diamond effect when you come down. So my tip from before is that when you've got them, what you want to do is stretch. So I don't know if you can see what I just did here. I'm just stretching the fabric, because when you tie them, after you wear them, it's going to kind of make this effect and stretch out anyway. So when you're just basically going to pre-do this and start saving on the stretching. And I always kind of leave, oh, this is going to look really cute. I always kind of leave these, again, tied with the dangles, with the extra fabric. I don't cut the extra fabric off yet because I normally have to re-tie it tighter as I've worn the shirt. I think I've said that 8 million times. Alright, so this one's a little bit trickier to do. I mean, if you want to do a quick old cut, as I told you before I started cutting, just do that center line one. But this one's totally cool. This one's going to be 80s. And now up to you on how you tie them. I mean, you can do like alternating ones or whatever, but I'm just going to go straight across. So match up the two, and as I said, just tie tight, because obviously when you put this on your body, it's going to stretch like that. So I think thinner is better, because I did it on this shirt and that I'm wearing right now, but it was okay. I got a compliment on it after class, so it definitely was a good cut. But you basically go through and just do that from all of them. I'm not an expert, obviously. Is there such a thing as an expert t-shirt cutter? I don't know. Is that my new profession? But this is all you're going to keep doing. Obviously, I'm not going to keep you on the line while I go through and do this, but match it up. All right, so you get the gist. Oh, this is going to look pretty sweet. That's it for your t-shirt cutting. Hopefully that was a quick little tip for you. I know that's just a big question, so that's how I do the halters. Good luck to you. How do I shut you off?